That's one of the legitimate roles of the House, is to have oversight, to basically hold accountable the decisions made by these agencies. Congress requested records. Let us see your records, your emails, your decision-making memos. Let us look at these things so we can make sure when you knew these things and how far along did you know it and what did you do to stop it. And the Attorney General has refused to provide those documents. They've even offered him to show those documents in a private setting so that the most sensitive ones don't become public and don't undermine the Justice Department's ability to do their work. But again, the Attorney General has refused. And so the committee, which has subpoena power, again, under the Constitution and laws of this country, has voted to hold him in contempt. The committee did. And now the full House will hold a vote on that as well. I agree with them. I think that it is outrageous that any Attorney General, Republican or Democrat, refuse to comply with Congress's constitutional right to hold them accountable and the Justice Department accountable. I would say that if this was a Republican, just like I do now because it's a Democrat. Not only that, I think this has gone on so long, and the stonewalling by the Attorney General has been so egregious that I think he has to resign. And I don't come to that position lightly. I don't like asking for resignations, especially in a position as important as Attorney General. But the problem here is that the Attorney General, just the day before, was willing to show some of these documents if they just gave him more time. Others he wasn't willing to show at all. And now they've argued executive privilege, which is basically a protection the president uses if someone in the White House or if the president themselves wants to protect their communications from discovery. But a day earlier, they weren't using executive privilege. So what changed in between? Well, what it leads us to believe, unfortunately, and I hope that I'm wrong, I really do, but it leads me to believe that there's something in those documents that they don't want us to know about. There's something in there they don't want the public to be aware of. And I think that's wrong. No one can be above the law, not even the Attorney General of the United States. In fact, especially the Attorney General of the United States. He should comply immediately with this valid congressional request. And if he refuses to do so, I think the House is going to hold him in contempt. And I think an Attorney General held in contempt of Congress is someone who should resign. And I say that with real sadness because I don't like to see that happen. It's not good for our country.